Hello everyone. So now we will solve this assignment time. So first I will show you the problems. So only 5 problems are there. This is the first one. But these are very good problems actually. This is the second one. This is the third one. Fourth. And this is fifth. Okay. So you can try solving it on your own. Then we will solve it. Okay. So let's start with the first problem. You have to find the VCT value at 0.8 microsecond. The switch is being closed at t equals to 0.5 microsecond. Sorry, 0.5 second. Okay. So what is happening for t0 to 0.8 second? Because for t less than 0 this is not there. For t less than 0 this is not there. And for t less than 0 this is also not there because this switch is open. So we can analyze the circuit from t equals to 0 to 0.5 microsecond. Are you getting my point? This 20 volt will come in action after t equals to 0.5 second, right? And this 10 volt is coming into action after t equals to 0. So for t equals to minus infinity to t equals to 0, for minus infinity to 0, the capacitor will remain uncharged, right? Capacitor will remain uncharged. Why so? Because this 20 volt is not there because the switch is open. Also this 10 volt is not there because it is 0 volt, right? This is 0 volt. 10 ut is 0 for t less than 0. So this is also 0. So there is no voltage source that can charge the capacitor. So the capacitor will remain uncharged. Okay. For t less than 0, the capacitor remain uncharged. For 0 to 0.5. So what is happening for 0 to 0.5? This 10 volt will come in action, this 20 volt will not come in action. So only 10 volt will come in action. So this is a 10 volt battery and a resistance R, and we have a capacitor, right? This is our VCT. What is the value of resistance R? And the resistance R is 8 ohm and the capacitance is 0.05. 0.05 farad and 8 ohm. Now what will happen? It will charge the capacitor. So how it will charge? VCT would be 10 into 1 minus 10 into 1 minus e to the power minus t upon tau. What is the value of tau? Tau is RC. 8 into 0.05. That means 0.4 second. Now the switch is closed to 0.54 second, right? This switch closed at 0.5 second. So VC at t equals to 0.5 second. Why I am interested in voltage only? Because the capacitor holds its voltage. Capacitor has the property of holding its voltage. That's why I am interested in voltage only. In case of inductor, I will be interested in current, right? Because inductor has the property of holding its current. That we will see in the next video only. So 1 minus e to the power t. What is t? 0.5 and tau, right? So I need to solve this. What is the value that I am getting? I will solve it. Calculator. Actually, I use gate calculator most of the times from my gate preparation only. -1 plus minus into 10. So it is 7.13 that I am getting. 7.13 volt. So our value at VC value at 0.5 second is 7.13 volt. Okay. This is not the answer, but this is one important point for us. 7.13 volt. Now what is happening? For 0.5 to infinity, what is happening? This 10 volt source will be there, right? This voltage source will be there. This resistance will be there. This capacitor will be there. There is one more resistor and a battery of 20 volt. So this will be your circuit now, right? This capacitor is already having 7.13 volt, right? This capacitor is already having 7.13 volt, 0.05 farad, that is having 7.13 initial voltage is there, and 8 ohm and 4 ohm, 8 ohm and 4 ohm. Now what will happen in the circuit? This capacitor will get charged or discharged, that we don't know. But we know one thing, at steady state the capacitor will be open circuited, right? At steady state, now we don't know the capacitor will charge or discharge, we can't really comment. Or we can comment, how we can comment? 10 minus 7.13 by 8, there will be some current flowing here. 20 minus 7.13 by 8, there will be some current will be flowing here. So that means overall current, there would be some current going into the capacitor. That means the capacitor will charge only. So at steady state, what will be the voltage? At steady state, capacitor will be open circuited. Okay. So this node I can call VC. So VC infinity I need to find. So simple network problem it will be. What you can do? You can solve it like this: VC minus 10 by 8 plus VC minus 20 by 4 is equals to 0. So you will get the VC value at infinity, right? VC minus 20 by 4 plus VC minus 10 by 8. So we at infinity. So this is one method. One more method I will tell you. Okay. In a box here I will tell you. That is like, let's just assume the potential of this point is V1. There is this resistance connected R1. There is this resistance connected R2. And the potential of this point is V2. You need to find the potential of this point, VA. So VA would be V1 into R2 plus V2 into R1 upon R1 plus R2. Okay? Upon R1 plus R2. So sometimes you can use this method. Okay? You can derive it as well. VA minus V1 by R1 plus VA minus V2 by R2. So if you solve it, you will get this value of VA. V1 into R2 10 into 4 plus 20 into 8 divided by 12. If you think you may do some error while solving the problem, then you should not apply this formula. You should be solving with nodal analysis only. VC minus 10 by 8 plus VC minus 20 by 4 equals to 0. So by that you can solve, or what will be the value of VC infinity, or by this method also you can solve. So sometimes in analog electronics I will be using this method, okay, to quickly do my calculation. V1 into R2 plus V2 into R1 by R1 plus R2. So sometimes in analog electronics I will be using this. Okay. So here also I can write VC infinity would be 10 into 4 plus 20 into 8 divided by 8 plus 4, that is 12. So 40 plus 8 दूनी 16, 160 plus 40, 200 by 12. Actually I have studied in Hindi medium, so that's why I am more comfortable in doing the calculation in Hindi. So 16.67 we get. So steady state value of the capacitor is 16.67. Okay. So now you can write the VCT equation for t greater than 0.5 second. Right. So what you will write? Steady state value is 16.67. Initial value is, what is VC 0? Not 0 plus, it is 0.5. That is 7.13. So what should I write here? Actually, I would be writing 7.13 minus 16.67 e to the power minus t upon tau. We will see what is tau. Okay. And you, okay. One more thing is there. What I will be writing here now. If the switch was closed at t equals to 0, I would have written t by tau ut. If the switch is closed at t equals to t naught, I would write bracket t minus t naught 0.5 by tau u of t minus 0.5. Why am I doing so? Let's just assume your switch is closed for 0.3 second. Switch is switch is closed at 0.5 second. Switch is closed at 0.5 second, but it is closed for 0.3 second. For 0.3 second. So what would you want to put here? 0.3, right? What would you want to put here? 0.3. But at time t, you have to put 0.8. So 0.8 minus 0.5, that would give you 0.3. Let's just assume I need to find the value of capacitor voltage at t equals to 0.8 second. The switch is closed at 0.5 second and it is closed for 0.3 second. That means I need to find the capacitor voltage at 0.8 second. Right? So what I will do? I will put time t equals to 0.8 second here. But how much time, for how much time the switch has been closed? Only for 0.3 second. This time minus this time. Are you getting my point? I am closing the switch at 0.5 second. Now I am asking what is the capacitor voltage at 0.8 second. So for how much time the switch has been closed? Only for 0.3 second, right? The switch is not closed for 0.8 second. The switch is closed for 0.3 second only. So to get 0.3 second here, I need to write 0.8. I need to write t minus 0.5. So if I put only my time 0.8, so 0.8 minus 0.5 will give me 0.3 second only. You don't need to mug up any formula. You just need to think, okay, the switch is closed for 0.3 second only. Initial some voltage is there. Now the switch is closed for 0.3 second only. So I need e to the power minus 0.3 by some time constant. Right? So I need to make 0.3 here. So that's why I am writing t minus t naught. Or you can remember the formula. What is that? If you are closing the switch at a particular time, okay, if the switch is being closed at a particular time, so VCT would be, or I will just write it, okay. So this will eventually be the formula and we will get a value. So before that, I will write one thing. Switch is being opened or closed. Okay, I will write for open only. So for first order equation, yt would be y of infinity plus y of 0 minus y of infinity e to the power minus t minus t naught by 2 u of t minus t naught. That means circuit will start from that t naught point. For most of the question it was 0, so we were saying that the circuit is starting from t equals to 0. But if it is t naught, we will say that circuit will start from that t naught point. Okay, so this is one important thing that you can remember. Well and good. Let's move on to this point. So it would be 16.67 minus 7.13 minus 9.54 e to the power minus t minus 0.5 by 2 u of t minus 0.5. Now the question is, what is tau? What will be the value of tau? So how will you find tau? So this equation we have wrote for the condition, this condition. This equation has been written for what condition? This condition. For this condition. So we will consider the circuit for this condition only. So we will short circuit the voltage sources and we only have capacitor and two resistance. Okay. So 8 ohm will come like this. One end of 8 ohm will be connected to ground. Other end of the 8 ohm will be connected to a capacitor and a resistor. And that resistor, 4 ohm resistor, one end of 4 ohm will be connected to ground because this was connected to 20 volt. This is grounded. So it will be connected to ground and one end will be connected with capacitor and a resistor. So this will be your final circuit and the capacitance value is 0.05 farad. So what will be your tau? Tau will be this 4 and 8 will come in parallel, right? If you see equivalent from here, so 8 and 4 will come into parallel. So 0.05 into parallel of 8 and 4, that would be 32 by 12. 32 by 12 into 0.05. So it would be 0.13 second. 0.133 second. Okay, so this is my time constant. So I need to find Vc value at t equals to 0.8. So at t equals to 0.8 I need to find. So Vc at t equals to 0.8. So this equation 16.67 minus 9.54 e to the power minus 0.8 for 0.8. 0.8 minus 0.5, the switch is closed only for 0.3 second. Divide by tau. Tau is, what is tau? Tau is 0.13. Okay, and u here you will write u 0.8 minus 0.3. So u 0.3 is 1 only. Okay, so here I am writing u 0.3 is 1 only. Okay, so I just need to solve this thing. 0.3 plus minus e to the power into 9.54 minus 16.67. So nearly it is 15.66 volt. So this is our final answer. Did you get my point? What is happening in the circuit? First, this switch is open, so the capacitor will get charged. So for 0.5 second it will get charged. It will get charged up to 7.13 second voltage. So now we are having 7.31 voltage. This 10 volt is there, 8 ohm is there, 4 ohm is there, the 20 volt battery is also there. Now this 10 and 20 volt battery collectively will charge the capacitor to some value, and that value we find, that is 16.67. Now we can write down the equation. 16.67 minus 9.54 e to the power minus t upon tau. Like that I will write, but in mind I will keep one thing, that my switch is closed at 0.5 second. Now they are asking me what is the voltage across the capacitor at 0.8 second. So here 0.5 second is gone previously. Like when 7.13 is there, at that time 0.5 second has gone. So now only 0.3 second is left. So I will write 16.67 minus 9.54 e to the power minus 0.3 by tau. Okay, e to the power minus 0.3 by tau, and tau value is 0.13. So from there I will get the value. Did you get this point? E to the power minus t minus t naught point, that the particular time has already passed, right? This t naught time, that window of, like you are starting from here, actually you are starting from here minus infinity to, this is 0, this is t naught. So this much time has already passed. Now you are starting from here, right? So now you are starting from here. Now if they are asking what is the capacitor voltage at t1 plus t naught, so what should be the value at e to the power? It should be minus t1 only, because t1 has already passed. So now you are going from t naught to t1 plus t naught. So this window is only t1 time. Are you getting my point? So for t1 time only you will see the behavior of the circuit. Okay. So this thing will be also used when we study the sinusoid response to RCRL circuit. Okay, because in that what will happen, the sinusoid will be running. So you will say what is the meaning of closing the switch at t equals to t naught? That means your sinusoid is already running. At some particular time t naught you are closing the switch. So we will see this concept when we studied the sinusoid response. Okay, so this was an important point. Okay, let's move on to the next problem. You have to find the value of current at t equals to 1 second. So like whenever they ask, no, like what is the value at t equals to 2 second, at t equals to 5 second, you always have to consider t equals to t naught plus second. If they are asking what is the value of current at t equals to 10 second, so you will say the value of current at t equals to 10 plus second. Are you getting my point? If they are written, if they have written at a particular point, that means they are considering the next value. Okay. So in the, this is the way of writing in the gate examination. Okay. So we can't actually, for correct way they should have written 1 plus, but I have seen a lot of question where they are meaning, if they are asking at t equals to 1 second, that means they are referring to 1 plus. Okay, so tell me, for 0 to 1 second what is happening? This input 1 volt is there, right? Input 1 volt is there, and this is the resistance that is there. This input 1 volt is there. V in is 1 volt. Okay. Now what will happen? This capacitor will get charged, right? This capacitor will get charged. I am writing the equation of Vc. Okay. What will be the equation of Vc? At t equals to 0, what is the value of Vc? 0. At t equals to infinity, what is the value of Vc? At t equals to infinity, at steady state, that will be 1. Because here I have 1 volt, here it will be 0. The capacitor will be open circuit at steady state. Here I have 1, here I have 0. So steady state value of capacitor will be 1 volt. So it will be charged like this, e to the power minus t upon tau, where tau is RC and the value is 1 second. Okay. So Vc t is 1 minus e to the power minus t, right? And ut you can also write. Okay. Now what is happening? At 1 second the input is gone. At t equals to 1 second the input is gone. This is the case of the same circuit that we have already studied, pulse input, right? But for the case of t less than RC, here t is equals to RC. So at t equals to 1 second, input is gone, right? So what is the value of capacitor at t equals to 1 second? Value of capacitor voltage at t equals to 1 second, that is 1 minus e to the power minus 1, that is 1 by e. This will be approximately equals to 0.63. Okay, 0.63 volt. So that means this 1 volt has charged the capacitor to 0.63 volt. So circuit at t equals to 1 minus, there is this 1 volt that has charged the capacitor to 0.63 volt. In what direction? In this direction. Okay, this is some 1 farad and there is this resistor. Okay, now what happens? At t equals to 1 second, V in is 0. So now what will happen? This side of capacitor is gone to 0. So this will be grounded. Now this is 1 farad and this is 1 ohm. This capacitor is already charged to, look, positive side of the capacitor voltage is grounded. The capacitor is getting charged in this direction. This side is grounded. Positive side is grounded. So I will write like this. This positive side is grounded. So I will write like this. And this is 0.63 volt. Okay. Now they are asking what is the current at t equals to 1. And the direction of the current is like this. Flowing out of the capacitor. Direction of the current is given. It is given, the direction of current. Current direction is like this. Current direction is like this. So if this point is 0, this point will be the current, I will call this current I, the current at 1 second or the current at 1 plus second, that would be, if this is 0, this would be minus 0.63. That means if this is 0, this is minus 0.63, that means the current is flowing in the opposite direction. The current is flowing in this direction. So you can write minus 0. So the current would be minus, so the current would be minus 0.63 by 1. That means the current would be minus 0.63 ampere. Okay. They actually asked at t equals to 1 second only. If they had asked you the equation, what would you do? Like what is happening with the capacitor voltage? The capacitor voltage is getting charged. Then when this input is gone, the capacitor will get discharged. Like this will get charged to 0.63 voltage. Now what will happen? The capacitor will discharge like this from 0.63 to 0. Okay. So you can write down the equation by your own, right? What will be the equation? Initially 0.63, then it will discharge down to 0. But since it is closed at t equals to 1 second, so you will write t minus 1 at by tau. Now they can ask you what is the, and minus sign will also be there because we are taking the current direction in this, but actually the current is flowing like this. Actually, what is the actual direction of the current? Actual direction of the current is this. But since they have given in the question the direction like this, so we have to put a negative sign. So this will be your ICT equation, right? And why did I put t minus 1? Because it is happening, whatever that is happening, that is happening at t equals to 1, right? Like here they are asking what is the value of current at t equals to 1. If you put 1 here, this term will be e to the power 0. E to the power 0 means 1. So the current answer would be minus 0.63 ampere only, right? So the input is gone at t equals to 1 second only. If they had asked you what is the value of current at t equals to 2, so you wouldn't be writing like this 0.63 into e to the power minus 2 by 2. Now this is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because the switch is gone at t equals to 1 second. So if they are asking at t equals to 2 seconds, that means they are asking from 1 to 2 basically. So only time span of 1 second is there. So you would write 0.6 e to the power minus 1 by tau, and tau value is also 1. So this would be answer 0.6 by E. Your answer would have been 0.6 by E. So 0.22 ampere current minus 0.22 ampere current. If they had asked you what is the value of current at t equals to 3, you would have written 0.63 e to the power minus 2 upon tau, right? Because 1 to 3 second. From 1 to 3 second it is happening. Are you getting my point? Don't get confused. Okay. Now they are in the question, they are asking only at t equals to 1 plus. So 0.63, so 0.63 by R current is flowing, but the direction is negative. Actually the current is flowing like this, so minus 0.63 ampere is the answer. Okay, so this is your final answer. That is important. Okay, well and good. Now let's see this question. You have to find the value of V naught at t equals to 2 second. At t equals to 2 second, you need to find the value of V naught. So what do you see? Input is there for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I shouldn't write like this. V in equals to 3 volt for t equals to 2 seconds. Now what will be the equation of V naught? What will be the equation of V naught? Initially V naught is 3 volt and eventually it will go down to 0, e to the power minus t upon 2, right? Ut. Right? This will be the equation of V naught, right? And what is the time here? What is the time constant here? Tell me. Time constant is RC, right? Time constant is RC. So 0.1 micro into 1 kilo. That means time constant is 0.1 millisecond. In how much time we will see the steady state? 5 to time, right? Means in 0.5 millisecond only we will see the steady state. So what do you think? What is the value of capacitor voltage at t equals to 2 seconds? What will, not the capacitor voltage, what will be the value of output voltage at t equals to 2 seconds? And what will be the capacitor voltage at t equals to 2 seconds? Tell me. Output voltage at t equals to 2 seconds will be 0, right? Because this transient will take around 5 tau. 5 tau means around 0.5 millisecond to decay down. So after 0.5 millisecond, V naught will be 0. After 0.5 millisecond, that means capacitor will be charged to 2 volt, right? So I am writing the equation of V naught, along with I will write equation of Vc as well. What will be the equation of Vc? Initially it is 0 and eventually it will go up to 3 volt. So 3 into 1 minus e to the power minus t upon tau ut with the same time constant, that is 0.1 millisecond. At t equals to 2 second, what is there? Vc at t equals to 2 second is already 2 minus, I can write Vc at 2 minus second. So Vc at t equals to 2 minus second will already be 3 volt, and V naught at t equals to 2 minus second would be 0 volt, right? The capacitor would have been charged to 3 volt and V naught will be at 0 volt. At t equals to 2 second, at t equals to 2 second, what is happening? V in goes to 0. So one end of the capacitor goes to 0, right? And the capacitor was charged in what direction? In this direction the capacitor was charged. So the capacitor was charged in this direction to what voltage? 3 voltage, right? 0.1 microfarad. To what voltage? 3 voltage. This is the resistance R. Resistance R value is 1 kilo ohm. And this is your V naught. Now they are asking what is the value of V naught at t equals to 2 second. That means at 2 plus. So what is the value of V naught at 2 plus second? V naught value at t equals to 2 second or 2 second or V naught at t equals to 2 plus second. What will be the voltage? It will be minus 3 volt. Are you getting my point? Did you get my point or not? For 0 to 2 second, it will not take 0 to 2 second. Here only you will say 5 tau. That means you don't need to write down this equation. When you see the circuit, what will you do? Okay, 3 volt is applied for 2 seconds. But one thing you notice that the time constant is very low. Time constant is 0.1 millisecond only. So in almost around 0.5 millisecond, steady state will be reached. Steady state will be reached. Okay, so now you don't need to write down these equations. Okay, you will not write down these equations. You will know that till time t equals to 2 second, my capacitor will be charged to 3 volt. That's for sure, right? Because you know that steady state will be reached in 0.5 millisecond only. So my capacitor will be charged to 3 volt. That's for sure. Now what is happening? Input is gone. So one end of the capacitor is connected to 0 and here I have 3 volt. So 0 minus 3. That means my V naught will be minus 3 volt. That's it. You will not have to use the pen in the exam if you are very much comfortable with the concepts, not with the equations. What you will do, time constant is very low. That means steady state will be reached within 0.5 millisecond only, and 2 second is very large amount, right? So 2 second is very large amount. So whenever input is 3 volt, it will be reached to 3 volt. Then what will happen? It will remain at 3 volt. Now the input is gone. Now what will happen? At t equals to 2 second only they are asking. So 0 minus 3. That means minus 3 voltage is my final answer. That means V naught value is minus 3 at t equals to 2 second or 2 plus second. Okay. Now if they had asked you what is the V naught value at t equals to 3 second, what would be your answer? Without using the equation you will tell me. Now what will happen in this circuit? This 3 volt will get discharged, right? In how much time it will be discharged? 0.5 millisecond only. Because what is the time constant? Time constant is 0.1 millisecond. So how much time it will take it to discharge? 3 volt to discharge? Around 0.5 millisecond. So if they are asking at t equals to 2 second, even if they had asked you what is the value of V naught at t equals to 2.1 second, it would be 0 volt only. After 2 plus 0.5 millisecond, the V naught value will be always 0 volt. Are you getting my point? Time constant is very low and the window that you are giving is very large. So it will be charged in no time and discharged in no time. Charge in no time, discharge in no time. So this is how the waveform will go. From 0 to 3, then it will suddenly be going to minus 3 to 0, then 2 to 0. Like I can make the V naught waveform for you. So my target here is to give you the complete concept. Like no one is going to ask you the same question, but if your concepts are clear, no matter what they ask, how much tough question they can frame, you will be able to answer everything, right? I am making V naught waveform, not VC waveform. I am making V naught waveform. So what is happening? It will start from this value, from what? 3 volt, and it will decay down to 0 very quickly. Will decay down to 0 very quickly. Then it will remain there at 0 only, because the capacitor is charged to 3 volt. Now since the input is gone, the V naught value will be suddenly it will be minus 3 volt. Now what will happen? The capacitor will get discharged and will get discharged to 0 volt, right? And it will get discharged to 0 volt and it will remain there if the input is something like this. If the input is something like this. I should have used a different pen. Input is something like this. Okay. Now if the input goes on again here, there, then the same waveform will be repeated, right? But they have shown that input is 3 volt, then it is after 2 seconds it is gone for 0. Okay. So 3 discharge, then V naught minus 3 and then 0. What about the VC waveform? For VC waveform, it will be charged to V, then it will charge to 3 volt, then suddenly VC will be minus 3 to 0. Okay, because VC is this. No. VC was, what was VC? VC was this only. VC was actually this only. So from 0 to 3, then 3 to 0, 0 to 3, 3 to 0, and in no time. Are you getting my point? I hope you understood the point. Just see the question once again, just think thoroughly. Don't sit like very easy question and anything. Just put your complete brain here. You will be able to understand and you will appreciate it a lot. Okay. So these kind of questions are very, very good, and I hope you are enjoying the lectures now. Okay. So charge and then discharge. This is what is happening in this circuit. Okay. Let's move on to the next problem. So this is kind of a mathematical problem. Why did I put this question here is that I just want to tell you that you can't use that equation VC infinity plus VC 0 minus VC infinity e to the power minus t upon tau everywhere. Okay, why so? Because here the resistance is time dependent now. In all the questions we have taken resistor to be constant, and this is what a resistance is, but they have designed the resistance such that it is time dependent. So now what you can do, you have to solve it. Okay, and also they have given initial value of current, that is 1 ampere. So this RC circuit is there, simple RC circuit is there, initial value of current is given, resistor value that is time dependent, that is also given. Okay, t value is 3 seconds, r naught value is 1, so you can actually replace it. Okay, so what is RT given? That is 1 minus t by 3 actually. RT is r naught into 1 minus t upon tau, t upon capital T. So r naught is 1 ohm and capital T is 3 second, right? So your RT would be 1 minus T by 3 ohm. Okay, we are having a battery of 1 volt having a resistance of RT and a capacitance of what value? Capacitance of 1 farad. Okay, capacitance of 1 farad. Again, this is RT and this is the capacitance of 1 farad, and there is this IT current flowing. Okay, so yeah, so instead of 1 I should have written UT here, because the switch is closed at t equals to 0. This is closed at t equals to 0, so I should write UT here, right? I guess solving this problem in Laplace transform will be much easier or not? What do you think? Let's solve it in time domain, then we will try for Laplace. Okay, so I will write down the equation. UT equals to IT into RT plus 1 by C integration IT into dt from 0 to t. Why 0 to t? Because this is given that the resistance value is from 0 to time t. This resistance value is there from 0 to time t. That means they are nullifying the effect for t less than 0. They are starting the circuit from t greater than 0 only, right? So now what we can do, we have to eventually find IT value, so we can differentiate both of the side. Differentiate both sides. So what you will get, here you will get delta t. Now here IT I will write. Okay, so this one will be interesting. So before differentiating, first I should write the value of IT, right? UT, IT will remain as it is. What will be the value of RT? That would be 1 minus t by 3 plus 1 by C integration 0 to t IT into dt. Now I can differentiate. So differentiate both side. So here I will get delta t. Here what will I get? U into V, right? This is the time domain function U into V. So first as it is differentiation of second, that I need to do. Okay. So first as it is differentiation of second would be minus 1 by 3. Then second as it is differentiation of first would be dit by dt plus it by c, it by c, c, it would be by 3, I am writing it by c. Now one thing to notice here is that here we are talking for t greater than 0, okay, we are talking for t greater than 0. Here you can see the resistance value is r naught 1 minus t upon capital T, that is for t greater than 0, right? So for t greater than 0 you can take delta t equals to 0, right? For t greater than 0 your delta t can go to 0 only, right? So I will put this equals to 0. So what will be my equation? What is the value of C? That is 1 farad. So here also I know that C is 1 farad. So this will be also put to 1. So 0 will be minus IT by 3 plus 1 minus T by 3 dit by dt plus C value is 1. Okay, so it would be 2i by 3, 2it by 3 plus 3 minus t by 3 into dit by dt. So here you can write dit by dt would be t minus 3 by 2. Here it will go 3 to 3 get t minus 3 by 2. Yeah, well and good. Okay, yeah, one error is there. T minus 3 t by 2 into it, right? So what you can do, dit by it, simple mathematics is there, okay, no brain is used there actually, right? Now you can integrate on both sides. Integrate, am I doing it right? I'm doing something wrong here. dit by dt, okay, something is wrong. Okay, this would be the opposite, 2 by t minus 3, right? This will go here, 2 by t minus 3, 2 by t minus 3 into it. So 2 minus t by 3 into dt, right? So integrate both sides. So ln it, this you will get ln it, and this you will get 2 outside ln t minus 3 plus ln c, right? So it you will get is c into t minus 3 whole square. This is the expression of it you are getting, okay? And what is given? Given is I value at t equals to 0 is 1 ampere, that is given. So put 0 here, so that would be c into 9, that would be equals to 1. C value will be 1 by 9. So it value would be 1 by 9 t minus 3. This will be the it value. Now they are asking something, I guess. Find the value of t equals to t by 2 second. T by 2 is 3 by 2. It at t equals to t by 2 second, that means 3, because capital T is 3 second. Here it is given capital T is 3 second. So they are asking at t by 3 by 2 seconds. So I at t equals to 3 by 2 second would be 1 by 9, 3 by 2 minus 3. So it would be 9 by 4, that means 0.25 ampere. This would be your final answer. Okay. So this was a complete mathematical problem, nothing else, right? Complete mathematics was used here. And one thing we studied here is that we can't apply that equation that we have remembered, that Vc infinity plus Vc0 minus Vc infinity e to the power minus t upon tau ut. That we can't apply here. Why so? Because the resistance is time dependent now. So these kind of question they can also ask. It was a good mathematics that is used, and these kind of question you should solve with complete patience. So here you need to apply a great amount of patience. If you do a single mistake, your complete derivation will be wrong. So just this is the only method I guess that is good enough to solve this problem. Okay. So, and this was also a good point that we can take delta t equals to 0. Why so? Because we are talking for t greater than 0, and for t greater than 0 delta t is 0 only. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. This is also a very good question. So I would want you all to try this question before. Okay. So what will be your approach? That's the main concern here. So I have seen many of the students trying this question by Laplace transform. Okay, and they will get the answer, that's for sure, because Vc0 minus is minus 5, Vc0 is minus 5 volt, and then they can apply the Laplace transform and get the expression of Vct, and then they can get the final answer. Because why they are applying Laplace? Because there is a dependent source. They can see there is a dependent source, that's why they are applying the Laplace transform here. But instead of that, what I will think, if I had been the student, I would have found the Thevenin equivalent here. VTH and RTH I would have found. Okay, I would have found VTH and RTH. So for the complete circuit will be replaced with a voltage source and a resistance. So it will become a simple RC circuit. Then I can solve it. So now my question becomes just that I need to find VTH and RTH. So that's it. Just find VTH and RTH. So for VTH 5 volt will remain there as it is. I will just make the circuit 5 volt. But you guys are so much comfortable with the now Thevenin's theorem is that I don't think you will need to draw the circuit. Without drawing the circuit you can also do, but since I am explaining it I have to draw. Right, so first I will make VTH and RTH. This is VR by 500. And this is 250. Since I am finding Thevenin voltage here, what is Thevenin voltage? Thevenin voltage is open circuit voltage, right? So this will be my VTH, right? So this potential will be VTH. For finding Thevenin voltage, we don't do anything with neither with the dependent source, neither with the independent source. The sources remain as it is while finding the Thevenin voltage. While finding the Thevenin resistance, we will nullify the effect of voltage source and the current source that are independent. Dependent source will be there as it is. Like this is dependent source, so that will be there. Okay, independent source will be shorted and open circuited. In case of finding Thevenin resistance, in case of finding Thevenin voltage, no source will be every source will be remain intact. We will do nothing with the sources. So we will do nothing with the voltage source here. But one thing you can see here is that 5 minus VTH is equals to VR, right? This is equation 1. And for VTH I will write the equation, that is VTH by 250 plus look, tell me one thing. What is the current coming from here? What is the current coming from here? VR by 250, right? VR by 250. Are you sure? VR voltage is there, so VR by 250 current is coming, and VR by 500 current is going there. That means rest of the VR by 500 current would be going here. Are you getting my point? Across 250 ohm resistance, we have VR voltage. So VR by 250 current is going here, and VR by 500 current is going here. That means rest of the VR by 500 current would be going here, because this is an open circuit voltage. The current here is 0 ampere. So VR by 500 current is going here. So what you can say is that VR by 500 into 250 is equals to VTH. Current into resistance is equals to VTH. So what do you see here? VR is equals to 2 VTH. Right? Now you can replace VR with this equation by equation 1 and 2. So that's why if you are very much comfortable with network analysis, basics of network analysis, then you can solve those questions very quickly. If I had been the student, when I solved this problem first, I just saw that VR by 250, VR by 50 here, so VR by 250, VR by 500 here, so VR by 500 would be going here. So VR by 500 into 250 is equals to VTH, right? So this equation we get, then 1 minus 5 minus VTH is equals to VR. So this equation we get. Now we can replace VR with 5 minus VTH. So 5 minus VTH is equals to 2 VTH. So VTH would be equals to 5 by 3 volt. So first thing we have got here. Okay. Now we need to find RTH. So what is RTH? RTH is VDC by IDC. So same circuit I will have to use, but with some corrections. So I will just paste the circuit for now. Let's just forget this. This will be gone to ground, right? Because in case of finding RTH, we will nullify the effect of independent voltage source and current source. And this is no more VDC. Forget about this. This VR is there. This is your VR, right? And why this current is 0? This current is not 0 now. You have to find RTH here. So what you will do? You will make a voltage source VDC and will get a current out of it, that is IDC, right? So this potential will also be VDC. So here what do you see? Why am I writing VRC? It is VR only. What do you see here? VDC is equals to minus VR, right? VDC is equals to minus VR. Now you can apply the theorem. VDC by 250 plus VDC by 250. This current VDC by 250 plus this current VDC by 250 plus this current VR by 500. So VR is equals to minus VDC. So I will write minus VDC by 500 is equals to IDC. Are you getting my point? So this would be 3 VDC by 500. So your RTH would be 500 by 3. You guys should be able to solve these problems now, because we have seen hundred of problems in network theorem. So these problems should be solved without any calculation error. Okay. So 5 by 3 VTH, RTH is 500 by 3. So 5 by 3 is the VTH. Now the complete circuit will be replaced with a simple circuit, that is this. Right. So 500 by 3 and 5 by 3. 5 by 3 volt, 500 by 3 ohm. This is 0.06 microfarad, and that is charged to minus 5 volt. 0.6 microfarad, and that is charged to minus 5 volt, right? Now initial value is minus 5 volt. At steady state it will be going to VC at 0 plus is minus 5 volt, and at steady state it is going to 5 by 3 volt, right? Now you can write the VCT expression, right? So VCT expression would be 5 by 3 minus 20 by 3. With that t equals to 0, I need minus 5. That would be minus, yeah, it is right. E to the power minus t upon tau. What is the value of tau? Tau is RC, that is 500 by 3 into 0.6 micro. So it would be 0.250 into 2, that means 100 micro, that means 0.1 millisecond, right? What do I need to find in this question? When it goes to 0, the time when VC goes to 0. So this goes to 0 at time t equals to t1. Okay, at time t equals to t1 it goes to 0 millisecond. Okay, I should write it in a lower. Let at t equals to t1, VC t1 is 0. So what is the t1 value that you will get? That will be ln 4 into 0.1. 4 ln into 0.1, that means 0.13 millisecond. 0.13 138 millisecond. So this is your final answer. Are you getting my point? This is your final answer, and that's it. These are the only problems that we have to solve here. What did we do here in this problem? First, we found the Thevenin equivalent by finding VTH and RTH. I hope you have understood the concept of Thevenin equivalent and you have revised it as well. So if you have revised it, VTH we found by open circuiting the output node and then finding VTH, we got this 5 by 3, and RTH VDC by IDC. So VDC is minus VR here. So VDC by 250 plus VDC by 250 minus plus VR by 500, but VR is minus VDC. So minus VDC by 500. So from there we got to know that our RTH is 500 by 3 ohm. So from there we calculated the time constant, that is 0.1 millisecond, and we wrote the equation of VCT. We just need to put it equals to 0. So time value we got there is 0.138 milliseconds. So this is your complete RC circuit. Okay. So now we have to study RL circuit, we have to study LC oscillator, we have to study RLC circuits, and we have to study sinusoid response. All of them will be the same as it is. Okay. Nothing will be different. Just few concepts you need to know, then you can solve the problems. So whatever the time it took for RC circuit part, it won't take that much time for the rest of the part. Okay, in half of the time, rest of the part will be completed because they are the same only. Okay, so we will be seeing that part. Now if you have studied it thoroughly this time, so please do share it with your friends, because the reach is very important. So we want to reach as many students as possible. So please do share it with your friends, and I hope you are liking the questions, liking the concept, and everything is clear. Okay, and whatever the doubt you have, you can put in the comment section. Okay, so let's meet in the next video with the analysis of inductor and some RL circuits. Okay, thank you.